everyone! Thanks for tuning into this week's wellness video. Today we're going to talk about the different types of loss we're experiencing and how to cope. Since this global pandemic has begun, there is significant change in all aspects of our lives. So we might start to ask ourselves, what is this uncomfortable, sad, overwhelming feeling that we are experiencing?
In a Harvard Business Review article by Scott Baronito, expert Dave Kessler explains that the feeling that we are experiencing is called grief.
Often, when we think about grief, we think about the death of a loved one. However, people can experience grief in many other ways. Different forms of grief that many people are experiencing right now are loss of normalcy, human connection, financial security, special events, and changes to our daily routines. Since this is an uncertain time, we are also experiencing anticipatory grief.
Anticipatory grief is that feeling we have when we are uncertain about what the future holds. It is commonly experienced when someone gets a serious diagnosis or when we have the thoughts of someday losing a parent.
This type of grief is also broadly imagined thoughts about the future, and it has caused us to lose our sense of safety on a micro and macro level. One way to help manage this is by understanding the 6 stages of grief.
The 6 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, sadness, acceptance, and meaning. We must understand that these stages are not linear and could happen in a different order. However, they can still provide support.
When anticipatory grief becomes unhealthy, it develops as anxiety. This is when we let our mind wander into the future and think about worst-case scenarios. Besides understanding the 6 stages of grief to help us manage, we can focus on other areas as well.
Coping techniques to manage our grief include balancing your thoughts, being in the present moment, letting go of what you can't control, practicing compassion, and connecting with others. Balance your thoughts. When a negative thought enters your mind, challenge it by creating a realistic positive thought. Both types of thoughts can exist in the same moment without invalidating the other. Be in the present moment. We can practice mindfulness in the simplest forms, such as focusing on your breath, naming 5 things you see, and using your senses to describe an object. Let go of what you can't control. What other people are doing is out of your control. Therefore, try focusing on what you can control during this time. Practice compassion. Many people are handling this uncertain time differently. Try being patient and understanding when you or someone else acts out of character. Connect with others. There are several activities to feel close to others. You can connect through technology or by visiting family and friends while following social distancing guidelines.
If the feeling of grief is still overwhelming, keep trying. This pandemic is not forever, and we will get through this. As David Kessler says, emotions need motion. If we name our emotions, we begin to feel them, and they can start moving through us. Overall, allow yourself to acknowledge what you are going through, feel your emotions, and use the techniques you find most helpful. Remember to continue to reach out to loved ones, make your health a priority, and practice safe social distancing. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.